What's up, everybody? You are now tuned into Tier Talk, where we debate the best in music. I'm STEEZO.
And I'm Jay Brooks.
So today we are doing a bracket. We have grown to love these brackets for sure. And this week's bracket is the one and only vocal Bible, Miss
Yes.
Brandy.
I'm really excited about this. I think Brandy really is the guiding force for these girls today. So I'm ready.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. And like she has the creamiest, just most beautiful vocals. You could just listen to her harmonies and her runs all day. So I'm definitely here for this one. I think you may be a little more well versed than Brandy, but I think that we are gonna come out with the same
Yeah.
I think we're gonna get
We,
along this time.
we got this. We do this now. You know what I'm saying? So I have
Period.
no worries that we're going to get down to business. And I think everybody's going to be happy with the end result.
I agree. So the first one we have is Who Is She to You versus Aphrodisiac.
We
Where
starting
you
off
at?
really hard. We're starting off kind of hard because both these songs are from Aphrodisiac. And so I'm going to roll with Who Is She to You. I think it was Brandy's always made records about like guys and love, but this one she was really on some seeing red vibes, and so it was a lot of bit of accountability. It was something from her that we necessarily, the type of energy we had never really saw before, but she still delivered those same great, luscious vocals. I don't think anybody has a voice as rich as Brandy, but so much range, and you don't see that with a lot of rich, textured voices. So I'm gonna go with Who Is She to You?
Yeah, I completely agree. I love this song from like composition and beat standpoint. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
definitely like a vibe. Aphrodisiac is cool, but this one came through with the vibes.
Yeah, shout out to Timbaland on production with that one.
Oh, of course. Of course. Of course, of course, of course. It makes so much sense now. Okay, so we got Talk About Our Love versus Long Distance.
Talk About Our Love, hands down, featuring Kanye West.
Hands down.
I Long Distance is a great record, but when we're talking about again, I mean the whole vibe about it, protecting your relationship, hands down. Talk About Our Love.
Come on. I'm with you when you're right now. I told you, I think this week we gonna feel the same. Cause you just can't argue with these ones.
That
You
makes
can't
me
argue.
happy though. That makes me
Yeah, for
happy.
real. I think you've turned me into a deeper music critic. So I'm
Ooh.
happy about it. I listen with another ear now. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying?
I
Okay?
like that. Talk to me nice.
It's given. All right, so next we got Wildest Dreams versus What About Us?
What about us? Dark Child, Full
Come
Moon.
on.
Absolutely.
Come on. Come on.
We're
Come
gonna roll with
on.
it.
This is great. So next we have Broken Hearted and I Thought. Where you at with it?
I'm gonna quote the great Frank Ocean. The best song wasn't the single. I'm gonna go with I Thought. It was
Come on, bruh.
one of
Come
my
on.
favorite Brandy records. This was like pure gospel to me. I've never heard anybody that call and response that she has. You didn't love me, no you didn't, and then that breakdown that she gets to the end. It's almost that her ad libs became a whole fourth verse. It's just
Love it.
spiritual to me. It's the perfect song if if you're seeing red and you're ready to kick somebody out, or you need to like express yourself in that kind of shattered, but I'm strong. I thought hands down, Brandy did her great, great singing on this song.
I actually heard this song for the first time today. And yes, loved it down. Okay?
These
Loved
are
it down.
If I would have known that, I would have been. And I'm telling you, this is one of my favorite songs of all time. All
Yeah.
time.
It hit.
It's
It hit. It hit. It
crazy,
hit.
right?
And I agree too. Just, in comparison, Broken Hearted was cool, but I thought it was like I don't know. For me, it was like a whole new Brandy. Like I'm seeing Brandy in like stages and steps, but this was like Brandy
It's Brandy
3.0.
like personified, right? And the The unfortunate thing about it is there needs to be a study about Full Moon, that whole album. Like the content, the music, the lyrics, the production on that album is second to none. And it really sucks that because she was pregnant during that time. And so
Oh
back then
wow.
the industry didn't put a lot of weight behind artists that were pregnant. So she only got 2 singles out of that album. And for people
Oh
not to hear I Thought is crazy to me. It's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, but I feel like Brandy has always been that girl, but I feel like sometimes she doesn't or didn't get the credit that she deserved. And I don't
Absolutely.
really quite understand that. But like we all know we can say Brandy is the vocal Bible, right? But then it's like some of her songs kind of get lost in translation. Like there are songs that Brandy was a part of that I had no clue were even Brandy. And I don't know where that disconnect actually was, but like she's a hell of an artist.
A hell of an
For sure.
artist.
Okay, so
Okay.
we got Say Something and When You Touch Me.
Again. Well, first off, Say Something is on B7. It's actually one of my favorite records on that album. But compared to When You Touch
Okay.
Me, which is also on Full Moon, um, shout out to Teddy Riley. You know, it gives you that I wanna be your man. I wanna
Mm-hmm.
be your man. It gives me those vibes, that New Jack swing to it.
Love it.
Range, okay? Range in this record. Brandy hits those notes, and I think that's why we call it the vocal Bible.
Wait,
Because
which one? When You Touch Me or Say
yes,
Something?
When You Touch Me. I'm sorry. See,
Okay,
I'm so
her.
excited. We're
Her.
talking about Brandy, and
Yeah,
I'm
I'm like,
just
I'm like, wait.
When You Touch Me, hands down.
Say that. I was going for Say Something,
Word.
but I heard both of these songs for the first time today too. So
Okay.
I don't want to like I I I feel like what I think in this category holds no weight.
Oh, come on.
But I did like Say Something. I
Hmm.
really like Say Something.
Hmm.
Like I really did. We can do a tiebreaker if you like. But I like when I heard it, Say Something was definitely my win for this category.
I can't be mad at that, but there's just something special about When You Touch Me.
Say that. I thought it was like sexy Brandy,
Hmm.
and I'm not used to sexy Brandy.
Yeah, and
So that's why
you
that's
could
why
even
Say
say the same
Something
with
won.
Aphrodisiac. A lot of people weren't ready for a sexy Brandy because she was kind of like America's sweetheart, that girl next
Yeah,
door. It was hard for her to get
yeah.
out
I
of
still
that
wouldn't say
image.
for it.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I think that's why Say Something won for me. Just because, like I say, I wasn't ready
Hmm.
for sexy Brandy at all.
Hmm.
But yeah, you want to do a tiebreaker?
Let's do it.
All right, tiebreaker, baby. Love it. Come on, you like sexy Brandy?
It's
Love
yours.
it.
It's soft. It's soft and sensual. You know.
So we got Rather Be versus Put That on Everything.
Oh, I'm throwing it back to the '90s on this one. Put that on everything. Never say never. Hmm.
I'm going for that one too. So we
Let's
win.
do it.
We win together. Next, we got Borderline and Angel in Disguise.
Ooh, now that's a hard one for me.
Really?
Yeah, I really do love Angel in Disguise, but I'm gonna go with Borderline.
Mm. Okay.
Brandy played around a lot vocally on that record. It's a little bit deeper and that kind of shattered, heartbroken. It's like brokenhearted on steroids in a sense because they're kind of,
Agree.
being driven to the deep end. But I felt like Brandy played around with her voice, the ad libs, the isms. It was very breathy, but still strong. So I'm gonna go with Borderline.
Well, we're gonna need a tiebreaker because I really like Angel in Disguise.
Fair.
I don't know. I like the storyline.
Mm-hmm.
Like yeah, that was cool. Woo-hoo. Say that.
Right.
Cool. Borderline was cool though.
Yeah.
It was cool, but Angel in Disguise, like I say, the story of it, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm songwriting 101, so like just the way that she just took the story and you kind of
Mm-hmm.
could understand it and feel it, like it. She just puts you right into it,
Yeah.
and it's just extremely relatable. So
She's a strong messenger. She's the one thing I would compare her to Whitney Houston, because obviously that was her biggest like female vocal influence. They're great interpreters
right.
of the song. Like they can actually like tell you the story, and it's really with their voice. So you don't care about the other factors to what they do because they so eloquently get the song out there to begin with. So
Yeah,
100%.
that's real.
Mm.
This time we have Best Friend and Almost Doesn't Count.
I'm throwing into the greatest song. Well, one of my favorite songs ever written. Lyrically, the best. Almost doesn't count. I get goosebumps literally every time I hear it. And this is Brandy literally again singing for the most part in that same key, but the way she tells the story, you think about it, almost really doesn't count. Um,
Oh, yeah,
she did her good,
yeah.
another good work there. You know.
Yeah, I can't deny that song at all. I do believe that it's definitely one of the greatest Brandy songs. Like it just, you just feel it. There's one in one of the lower categories that I'm thinking is gonna end up challenging it, but this is definitely like a one of one. Like I feel you on one of the greatest songs.
Yeah,
Like this is a Brandy staple for real. You could just really be in your feels
it's gonna catch you wherever
to
you're
almost.
at. Yeah, wherever you at, it's
Yeah.
gonna pull you right back into feeling like that type of that heartbreak feel and wanting to really reminisce on those times and coming to where it is and what it wasn't. Like that is top tier
Yeah.
Brandy.
This is in my bathtub with a glass of wine and like bubbles and just
Don't
in there
forget
with a
your scented
snack.
candle.
Oh, every single time. Okay. And the scent is vanilla. All right. So next we got Baby and Top of the World.
Ooh, I'm gonna go with
It's a good category.
baby, baby, baby,
Baby,
baby.
baby,
Yeah,
hey, don't yeah, I gotta be with you when you right. You know what I'm saying? I felt that one 100%.
that's
Yeah,
hard.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. That was easy. I feel like that one was like a no brainer.
Yeah,
100%. We did that way too fast. We got You Don't Know Me and Sitting Up in My Room.
sitting up in my room waiting to exhale soundtrack.
Man, I love that song.
Mm-hmm.
I literally love, like, definitely my favorite Brandy song. So,
Nice.
yeah,
She kills
sitting
it. She
in my
kills it.
yeah, it just, I don't know, it just gives you those feels, and like that's what I like look to Brandy for, like when I want those feels. And it
Right.
you know, you never know what feel you really going for with Brandy, but she always is gonna give you something to feel. So that's why I appreciate Brandy for sure.
Yeah, there's a certain comfort about Brandy, and her voice is very soothing. Like if it's whether in a ballad format or if it is an up tempo record, like there's something very soothing about
Yeah,
her voice.
we're about to start breaking it down.
We
It's
getting it
about to
down to
get,
it. Now it's about to get really hard. It's getting real hard.
yeah, it's the nitty gritty. We got Have You Ever versus Who Is She to You. It's a no brainer
Have you ever?
every time, like because Have You Ever.
Wanna get you in my arms,
For
baby.
real.
Yeah.
I said, you gonna have us in here singing.
I mean,
For
if
real.
you ready, pull out the mic. Let's do it.
And let's go. Okay, so we got Talk About Our Love and What About Us.
I'm gonna go. What about us? Ooh, that's hard. But I really like talk about our love. But I'm gonna go. What about us?
Yeah, I felt What About Us too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Talk About Our Love is great, but What About Us just kind of jumped over it.
Oh, it definitely was screaming singles. Like if I was working that album, I would have put "What About Us" as a single too. Like she's kind of on a rap flow. It was a different flow for her the way she did her verses and that breakdown. Like it
Yeah,
was really good. And Dark Child was
yeah.
crazy with the production. Like he really ushered in a new a sound with that Full Moon album for Brandy, and especially on that like early 2000 bring. So everything just kind of sounded very
They were like a
technological.
match made in heaven, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
Doesn't I don't think we've seen a better pairing. I mean, there's Missy and Timbaland, but
Missy and
Dark
Tim,
Child and
that was their
Brandy,
only comparison.
yeah,
Yeah.
it Dark Child and Brandy was just it's one of those pairings that we'll never, yeah,
The stars
one of one.
align. The stars
Yep,
align for sure. I Wanna Be Down versus I Thought.
I'm holding firm on I thought.
I'm
I
going.
know
I want to be down.
I'm gonna defend it until I just have to. It's
Let's get
that
it out
record.
here with a tiebreaker. No, I'm just playing, but I'm serious. Come on with what you're going through. I wanna be
All right,
there.
okay, all right,
That
okay.
song is a hit. I thought it's
It
great, but
is.
I want to be down is like crazy. It's like crazy
I mean,
good.
it's a hit. It's a bop. Everyone knows it.
When people knows it, you like boo. It's a vibe. But Honorable mention. I thought it could have gone a
Yes,
long way. Okay, so next we got "When You Touch Me" versus "The Boy Is Mine."
really tough. I know it may not be tough for a lot of people, but I will go ahead and side with the majority. You guys can have it. It's The Boy Is Mine.
The boy,
And,
the boy, the boy is mine.
I was that kid, I honestly, The Boy Is Mine is actually one of the songs that made me realize that I was gay because I was obsessed with the song and
I love you.
I was like, well, why do I love this so much? Like, this is what's happening to me? Like, I was the kid requesting it on the box every single week.
Okay, because
Yeah.
it's not hard to see the boy is mine.
Not you do
Okay,
the things you do. Oh, that was, yeah,
keep
hands down.
on acting like, yeah. I wish that their relationship as like friends went a little better, but
So weird, but industry things, you know what I mean? Yeah, I think it would be different in today's landscape, but the industry had a way, man, and
yeah,
unfortunately,
and the industry will do it.
yeah,
Yeah,
they fell to that.
full moon versus put that on
Full
everything, and you
moon,
already
full
know it.
moon, full moon,
Woo, reminds me of full moon. Yeah,
full moon.
the hits. Okay, the hits. It lets me know that you like what you see and wanna get to know me. Yeah.
The
Okay. Yeah.
harmonies, the harmonies.
Man,
Okay, like that is the key. Brandy kills the harmonies. Even her background vocals are sick. Like
it's the background vocals.
you gotta hear isolated vocals from Brandy. It's
I
like,
have, and that's what
oh
made me
my,
start liking her. I think I started liking Brandy in 2020. That's when I really got like slapped in the head with Brandy. Yes, yes. My mom didn't really like listen to music. I didn't grow up in like a music household. My sister was a
mm-hmm,
music head, but she left for college, and
mm-hmm,
so I had to find my own music. And of course, it was music from my generation. You know what I mean?
right,
But like, yeah, I started going back. And yeah, man, those like she does something called like ghost vocals.
yes.
And so,
It,
like, yes,
it's a couple of
it's
them. It's a couple of them. I jokingly, I have a little obsession with Jennifer Lopez, but she has a song called "Ride or Die," and you can
mhm,
hear Brandy in the background. And I was like, wow, this is,
yeah,
you know,
yeah, yeah.
interesting.
Next, we got Angel in Disguise versus Almost Doesn't Count.
I'm gonna hold firm where almost doesn't count.
Got to.
Hmm.
I agree.
It's getting hard for me.
It's okay though, because I feel like what we get down to is really gonna be like the best song. So I'm like, Baby versus Put It Down. I'm excited to see what you say on this one.
I'm going with
Baby,
Baby.
really?
Yeah.
Put It Down was crazy. I'm gonna put it down.
It
You're gonna fall in love. I'm gonna put it
it
down,
was
down.
crazy. And as a Brandy fan, I was like, this is a good like comeback single. You know
It was
what?
very comeback. The comeback was strong.
The comeback was strong. I felt like I have this thing with like I would say Chris Brown, Trey Songz, a lot of artists like as they were playing with rapping and singing, I just feel like Chris Brown, if he would have been singing on that record with her, like the two of them together singing, that's
Yeah.
what I wanted to hear as a fan of both of them
But
vocally.
see, I feel like that's a problem on Chris Brown's end, not Brandy's end. And we're here
Absolutely,
for
but
Brandy.
it wasn't. But in the grand scheme of things, sometimes I hit a little skip when Put It Down comes on. So I'm gonna go with Baby.
Okay. I mean, let me think, because that's a really good song too.
It is. What else can I say, baby? Oh, baby.
But you gotta let me come up with it in my mind. You can't sing it and make me change my. I feel like
I
this is
I
mind
gotta add a little.
control.
I gotta add a little influence on you, a little bit.
I'm gonna let Lily tiebreaker this. Shout
All
out to
right.
Lily.
We appreciate the tiebreak.
Period. Yeah.
Classics.
I'm not mad at it. Like I only said tiebreaker because I couldn't choose myself. Sitting up in my room versus right here. AKA
Sitting
twerk.
up in my room.
Every time. Come on. I'm glad you didn't break my heart and pick the other one for real. Cause I was gonna be a little sad. I really love this song.
No, it's okay for right now. We're
Oh,
doing
for
good.
right now. We'll see where it goes. It's up against some heat though, for sure. We got Have You Ever versus What About Us.
Now this is hard.
It is.
Have you ever? Ooh, that was hard.
Yeah, I was there too.
Okay,
I was there too.
that's
I was
really
there
hard.
too.
Yeah,
Good for us. We did good. Okay, we got I Wanna Be Down versus The Boy Is Mine.
the boy's mine.
Well, you didn't like I Wanna Be Down from the get go.
Oh, I love I Want to Be Down, but in the grand scheme of
We're,
things,
we're gonna
I
make
would say
a
the boy.
tiebreaker because I Wanna Be Down is my jam. Let's go. For
Okay.
real, I genuinely cannot be
Yeah,
mad because
that's a tough one.
songs are bopping. Yeah, for real. But I feel like I Wanna Be Down just makes me want to do this, and I feel like I'm gonna
Yeah,
have this
the
when I'm dance for sure. So we are on to Full Moon versus Almost Doesn't Count. Jesus, this is insane.
this is truly unfair.
I'm going Full Moon. I don't know.
I'm gonna go full
What?
moon as well. I'm going full
Wow.
moon. Yeah, that was hard. So sorry, almost doesn't count. I still think
Yeah,
almost doesn't count is like the better story, but you know,
Full Moon, better
full
song.
moon just
Yeah,
absolutely
like it is Brandy. Okay, so we got Baby, Lord Jesus, and sitting. Why is this the hardest one so far? Like I feel like even the Beyonce bracket wasn't this hard.
right. Well,
Okay, so we got
quality.
Sitting Up in My Room versus Baby. Where we going?
I'm going sitting up in my
Okay,
room.
cause me too.
You made me a little nervous there. You made me a little nervous. Okay, I was
No, I
just
told you, cause Sitting Up in My Room is really my favorite song. I thought it was gonna end up getting chopped, and then my feelings were gonna be hurt. Cause Almost Doesn't Count. It's crazy that it's not in this final four, but Almost Doesn't Count. I guess it almost made it. So we have The Boy Is Mine versus Have You Ever.
I'm going to pick the boy's mind again.
Me too, but that's
Nice.
crazy. Yeah, Lord. Okay. We got Full Moon. Look, y'all, this is me stressed, okay? This is stressing me out. Okay, we got Full Moon. Oh my gosh. Versus Sitting Up in My
I
Room.
can't do it. I can't do it.
This is crazy.
We really sitting over here broke. We struggling today.
Stressed out. Okay.
I am going to go with Full Moon. Quintessential Brandy. Full Moon is my favorite album. I do think production is better on Full Moon. And although she sings it in a very low register, harmonies
But you can't
are
say production
banging.
is better because Full Moon was made in like 20, what, 10 or so? Versus Sitting Up in My Room was made I don't know
Mm,
what year, but it was made way back when. Quality can't match.
no, Full Moon was like 2002. And Sitting Up in My Room was what? When did Waiting to Exhale come out? Like 97?
Yeah.
98?
I mean, that's still a
So,
jump
I mean,
in equipment,
oh,
though. Like,
well, yeah, for sure. I could get down with that. But I'm still gonna roll with Full Moon, even from a harmony, perspective, and it's a little vibe.
I
Don't
feel
get me
like
wrong.
what we choose right now is ultimately gonna be the winner. Like between these two songs, we're gonna have our winner. So it's like if I say Full Moon, then Full Moon has won. If I say Sitting Up in My Room, or if we say Sitting Up in My Room, Sitting Up in My Room has won. So it's like we're we're ultimately choosing the winner right now and knocking it out. Not I tiebreaker. I'm gonna go Sitting Up in My Room.
Oh, I'm so hurt.
It was insane for those to be up against each other.
I'm
Like
so hurt. No, this bracket is well paired. Like this is tough. I'm stressed. Like you said, I'm just sitting here like I'm really sitting here deliberating. Like, if
but
we
then
making the
now
right
these
choices here?
two coming together is crazy too. It's just like nail biting all the way to the end. The final two before we choose this winner, it is down to The Boy Is Mine and Sitting Up in My Room. Well, Jay Brooks, what do you have?
This is really challenging. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Here's what I'm gonna do. Mm, think it's time we got this straight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna have to follow my first love, and The Boy Is Mine.
Well, I'm
I
just
know.
gonna have to stick to my guns and try to put "Sitting Up in My Room" all the way to the top.
I mean,
So
let's tie break it out. I'm okay with that. That means it doesn't lay on either one of us. So, you know,
yeah,
man,
that
this is a crazy one, man.
yeah.
Hits.
I never expected this one to be this wild. Like I said, it's nail biting. This is crazy,
It's
and
tough.
I'm not
It was
mad
really
at it.
tough.
But I mean, I think this is definitely Brandy's best song. I think that when we do this, we do narrow it down to the true best, and I love that.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think
No.
sitting up in my room is really better than, like, now that we get it down to the nitty gritty. I don't think it's actually better or had the same impact as The Boy Is Mine. So yeah,
I think it was like it is the number one record of like '97. I know for a fact Boys Might came out in '97. It was like 13 weeks. So that's like, that's like Old Town Road. That's like Mariah Carey One Sweet Day. Like
yeah,
these people, like if she would have never ever released another song, it's safe to say that she would have been eating for the rest of her life off that one
yeah,
record. And I think
yeah,
every artist dreams of that. You want longevity, but to
yeah,
have one song that could feed you for the rest of your life, like that's
love it.
crazy.
Yeah,
That's a different type of success and a different type of record. Um, so, I mean, just shout out to Brandy. I mean, what she's put out into the musical atmosphere has been a game changer for sure.
yeah. I agree. And like we say, she is the vocal Bible. You can't deny it, and really, honestly, cannot
Those
disagree.
who know, know, and those who don't
No.
know, they hating. They don't
They
know.
need to learn, or they
They,
just haven't heard. Because I didn't know until I heard, And if you disagree, I just challenge you to go listen to each one of these songs and truly get down. Like we say, vocal Bible. Listen to her. Like, listen to her
yes,
sing, listen to her runs, her harmonies. Like, it's so much talent in it that you just honestly can't deny, Brandy.
it's crazy. I mean,
Yeah,
I can't. I can't.
yeah.
I gotta go play Full
Well,
Moon now. I'm back
okay,
in my
no, for
Brandy.
real. Like, that's the song of the night. Cause honestly, it could have gone, but hey, this was tough. This was
I
tough.
was
This one
fighting
was.
for it. I was fighting for it.
It almost happened. It almost happened. For real.
You were.
For
It
real. We got a
almost.
top three. It's Full Moon, Sitting Up in My Room, and The Boy's Mine.
I
Not even
still, I'm
close.
still, I'm still advocating for justice. But I thought I just want to put
I
that
knew
out
you were gonna
there.
say that. Okay, well, he got number 4.
All right.
He got a ribbon. He got a ribbon, not a medal.
Mm-hmm.
Participation. This was Tear Talks. This is one of the most stressful Tear Talks I think we've ever done. Shout out to Jay Brooks. Shout out to Lily, our tiebreaker. And Jesus, shout out to me. This was definitely.
You killed it, man. Look. You did what you had to do today. Okay. We should be proud.
No,
We
for
should be
real.
proud.
Definitely proud. But now about to go blast Full Moon. Like, why is that the energy? Gotta go blast it. Got to.
It's a Brandy thing.
Say that. Well, guys, if y'all agree with this week's bracket, if you think something else should have been somewhere else or something else should have made it to the top, feel free to comment. Make sure you share this with your friends so y'all can have a talk about Miss Brandy. All right. We love you so much. We appreciate you for tuning in every single week. And until next week, talk to y'all soon.
Peace.
Peace.